me a second. Let me go ahead and share this with the people. I cracked the code, people. See, everybody tries to hate on the boy. I'm the only person giving you that real. Nobody else. All right, there we go. Get my drive on. All right, so I had a realization: women are now choosing zesty guys over men. I know why women have zesty boys. I figured it out because I've been trying to figure it out. Every time I look out and I see a couple, women are dating guys that are clearly gay, are either gay or confused about their manhood or whatever the hell you want to call it. But they're choosing guys that are very feminine in nature. I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? Because like it's not even like a secret anymore. It's like an open secret that there's a lot of zest relationships. And so I started to ponder. I'm a scientist, so I like to think things out and create rational explanations for why things are occurring. See, a lot of people are conspiracy theorists, and the problem with conspiracy theorists is that it's very easy to make up a conspiracy. Because conspiracies, all you gotta do is just pick from certain data points. And if you pick any data point, eventually you can pretty much make up anything. Like I can create that like dinosaurs are actually aliens that came from future humans that we decided, and you can just put up a bunch of points together, make a random ass hypothesis, and just pinpoint or whatever it's called, handpick certain points and come up to a conclusion. But I don't work that way. I like to come up with concrete data and think of real logical, plausible explanations for why things are occurring as they are. So what I figured out is, why are women dating zesty guys? Because normally, under most circumstances, women will typically choose the masculine figure who's a protector, provider archetype. That is like women's natural prerogative. So why is that not occurring? And everybody's saying, well, birth control and all these other things. I'm like, no, I don't think it's birth control. I don't really think that's the issue. Because the birth control is not necessarily, it doesn't stop them from finding certain guys attractive. So what is the real reason? Well, the true reason is men are not being decision makers. See, once again, I think all things in an ecosystem come down to the male species and what they choose to do based on the environment they live in. And so yes, I'm blaming dudes. I blame dudes for everything because it's always dudes' fault. And it should be our fault because that means we can control it. So that's a good thing. So what I believe is happening is guys are not making real deals with women behind us. They're leaving things up for chance, and they're like being very girly about their situation. And what I believe the birth control thing has done is, since most guys understand that a woman probably is on birth control and she's not going to get pregnant if he has unprotected sex with her, they can be less discretion. They can use less discretion when it comes to choosing sexual partners, which means you'll probably have a long-term relationship with somebody you don't necessarily find to be very motherly, because she gives you sex and you don't have to worry about her getting pregnant. Like if you knew that stripper or that bartender or that girl that is definitely has the banging body but is batshit crazy was likely to get pregnant and have a kid, you probably wouldn't be sleeping with her. I know most of you guys probably still would, but you will be a lot careful, a lot more selective, because you'll realize, if I get this girl pregnant, chances are my life is going to be a fucking shamble, because she's just going to fucking manipulate and ruin everything that's going on. So what I realize is, because we changed the rules of sexual dynamics by introducing birth control, guys could be a lot more unselective with who they choose to have sex with, which in return, it started to propagate a lot of bad leadership on man's part. Because if you're a man, if you're really thinking logically about like who I'm having sex with, and if this person I'm having sex with doesn't work out and I get a kid out of the situation, you're less likely to do it. So what happens is guys became more wishy-washy, and instead of being real savage and saying, look, I just want sex and that's all I'm really looking for, guys just kind of leave it up in the air and they kind of hide from reality. Because most guys don't have the balls to just walk up to a girl and say, look, I would just like to poke you, and that's all I really want out of this whole entire situation. I don't really want anything else besides that, and anything besides that is up to your own discretion. No, guys start to imply relationships. And then once they get the girl to sleep with them and then they realize the sex wasn't really that great, it wasn't really worth it, then they try to slide up out of there. Try to slide up out of there like Johnny Manziel out the pocket. And see, that's bad. And so now you're probably asking, Apex, why are you telling me all this stuff about guys' decision making? Well, this is what happens. Women are very good decision makers when it comes to sexual selection. Like when women choose who they're going to be around with, they have a very good reason, and they're willing to accept pretty much a lot of deals that you would look at and say, wow, she really took that deal. But she doesn't care about taking the deal if she knows that's what she's going to get exactly. And see, the problem with a lot of you guys are, they don't know exactly what they're getting out of the deal with you. So instead of trying to just leave it up for grabs, what they much rather look at as a better alternative is, well, I'll just date this guy who's clearly gay. And that way, I don't know I won't get my heart broken because I don't have to be too invested in it because I know he's gay. Instead of trying to deal with this straight guy who I think might really be somebody I like, and then he ended up being a piece of shit, and then I end up getting my heart broken, I get mad and emotional heartbreak and more trauma. So instead of me going with that choice, I'd much rather just choose the gay guy who's zesty, because at least at the end of the day, when we break up, I get half his shit and I wasn't emotionally attached. It's a better decision on my end. And I can still go sleep around with other guys because he doesn't care, because he's probably sleeping around with other guys too. And we'll just keep it like a hush-hush open secret that I'm dating a zesty guy and he knows I'm not interested. He's just trying to use me as cover-up to keep the DL bullshit he does on the back end. And that's what we got going on today. Women are dating zesty guys because it's a better alternative than you straight gay niggas. And when I say you straight gay niggas, I mean you wish-washy guys that don't want to make a real decision about what you want to do with a woman. And I get so tired of hearing guys talk about, I gotta play her out, see if she's the right one. It's like, no, that's not how the game works. Look, when you go into a relationship, you know exactly what you want. You either want a wife, or you just want something you want to poke on for a little bit. And either one's okay. Either one is fine. But the problem is, a lot of you guys are not truthful. You're not open with it from the jump. So because you're not open with it from the jump, you leave her in purgatory. And since she's in purgatory, she doesn't know what to do. She takes leadership. So then when you get your keys, get your car scratched up, you get a stalker at your house, you got her fucking disrupting your life, coming up to your job and doing all types of crazy wild shit. You're like, what the fuck, man? She's crazy. No, she's not crazy. You made her crazy. Because you can't make a decision. Make a decision, stick with it, and go with it. That's all I'm asking from you young guys. It's okay to just want to poke something and leave. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's your natural inclination. But be honest about it. And you'd be surprised. There's a lot of women out there that will tolerate that. They're happy with just, you know what? He's just a guy that he fucks with me every once in a while. I know what it is. He knows what it is. I know my place within his role of his life. And I'm cool with that. I can live with that type of, that deal. And he'll allow me to go up because at the end of the day, she knows, look, I don't have to be really wifely dudes. I just know that he's a dick appointment. She's like, okay, I can treat him as such. He's just a dick appointment. So whenever I get the horny feeling, I call him up, I show up, I do the thing, and I get up out of there and I go about my life. And I still go out there and search for my Mr. Right. But the problem is you guys get hurt too much. That friends with benefit situation, a lot of you guys are some suckers. Because you want everything. You want to get the wife treatment. You want the badge and the peace sleeve, but you don't want to make any investment in her. And it's like, bro, what world are you living in where you think that actually is like suitable with a woman who's actually like worth her salt? Yeah, like maybe if you go date a porn star, yeah, you could probably get away with that. Yeah, or if you date a woman that has like 15 kids with a bunch of guys, yeah, she might let you do that. Yeah. Or if you date like just an ugly, handicapped woman who's like, yeah, she'll probably accept that. But you guys want beautiful women who are going to give you the girlfriend treatment and the wife treatment, and you don't have to put any work or any investment into her to help guide her and make her life better. It's like, bro, you're crazy. You're living in delusional land. That's la la land. That doesn't exist. You got to choose one. Either you're going to be her leader, the protector and provider, and in return, she gives you the wifely duties, because that's the way the trade-off works. That's the trade. Or you just get to poke on her, but she gets to go out there and go on dates. She gets to have other guys, and that's just something you gotta deal with. Like, bro, you can't. It doesn't come much easier than that. I mean, it doesn't become more simpler than that. That's really the game. So that's what my guys understand. Listen, the reason women are choosing zesty guys is because the zesty guys are a better option than most of you guys. Most of you guys suck. Most of you guys have no goals, no aspirations. You're stuck in the same place that you were when you were in fucking high school. You haven't grown up a little bit. You don't want to be a leader. and you expect to get the treatment of a leader without taking on responsibility. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's asinine. And I don't blame women for not dealing with a lot of guys. I get it. I don't blame women for going lesbian. I don't blame them for dating the Zesty guys. I don't blame them for buying dogs. Because guys, we did this collectively. Maybe not you, but you and maybe some of your boys are doing this thing where they're going around just lying to women for vag sleep. And let me tell you something. Nothing makes a woman devalue you less is lying to her about something as stupid as sex. Women don't care about sex. I'm telling you right now, they do not care about sex. They care about being provided for and protected for and being able to be trusting you. But most of you guys are not some trustworthy niggas. Most of you guys will fuck your homeboy's best girl if you had the opportunity to, if you didn't think you would find out. A lot of you guys ain't got no creed or gumption about yourself. You don't stand for shit. And because you don't stand for anything, the whole system's collapsing. Because us as a men, as a unit, we have no loyalty to each other. No loyalty. Manhood is fucking masculine. I'm not going to say masculinity, because masculinity is still strong and well in a few of us that still actually care about upholding principles and upholding the righteousness that man once stood for. But the rest of you guys, man, manhood, like the brotherhood, is fucking finished. There is no brotherhood. The brotherhood is dead meat. And you niggas killed it. Don't blame women. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you guys blaming chicks for everything. This red pill, I'm calling the red pill the Zesty community, because you niggas are zesty. What type of man complains about women all day? You ain't got anything better to do? Why are we making shows showing how delusional women are? If you haven't figured out that women are delusional by now, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're behind on the game. Yeah, they're delusional. And that's why we love them. Because we're the force that keeps them in check, that helps them become the best version of themselves. That's the point of fucking the masculine and the woman relationship, feminine nature relationship. The feminine nature is to test the boundaries of masculinity. And masculinity is to withhold the boundaries of femininity. And when we work together as a unison, as a union, we produce a beautiful fucking society and community. But the problem is, a lot of you guys don't want to embrace masculinity. A lot of you guys just want to look masculine, but you don't want to do masculine shit. And you put us all in a bind. We're all in trouble now. We're all in deep shit because guys don't want to be guys anymore. Guys are scared to be guys. And you know why you're scared to be a guy? Because ain't nobody checking you. Because you can go get free sex. And let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you about the trap of sex. If you think you're getting free sex from a woman, it's because she has a trap for you. It's a trap. I'm telling you guys right now, it's a trap. There's no such thing as free sex. It doesn't exist. You either have to pay money up front, or pay resources up front, or you pay for a family. And you pay for it in leadership and guidance. But you gotta choose one. You don't just get to have sex and fucking leave. It doesn't work that way. And a lot of you guys keep thinking this. You guys listen to these red pill guys and these dating gurus and all these people that tell you about Tinder and all these fucking other Instagram dating schemes and all this other nonsense. Listen, it's all horseshit. Horseshit. Some guys are suffering. And if you do get free sex, chances are you got an STD. Never, listen, when in life does anything that's good come to you that's free? When? Never found one time in life something that worked again. Those free credit cards, meals, somebody's paying for it. This is what's going to be the thing about 2030. We're all going to pay for the sins of all you guys who are lying to get ass. We're going to pay for it. We're going to be brought to the brink of destruction because guys can't just lay down and not have sex. And I'm telling you, listen, here's the thing. If guys, as a unit, if we all decided to stop cold approaching, stop having sex with women that are not our wives, or we're looking to have as wives, if we stop liking shit on social media and all this other stuff, we can win the war and defeat feminism within 2 weeks. It will take 2 weeks before all this shit women will come back crying to us, please, man, and accept us, help us. But we won't, because guys will backstab other guys just to get a fucking piece of ass. And that's my soliloquy for today. I'm just done with dudes. I pray that guys fail. I pray misery and suffering on all guys because all you guys deserve it. guys don't live good, clean lives. You don't go out and try to make the world a better place. You complain and bitch about women all day. You don't check your homeboys. You don't check the bullshit you see on social media. You sit there, you just fucking accept it, and you enjoy the bullshit that you call free sex. But guess what? We're all going to pay for it. Cyborg Jesus is coming to he's coming to make us pay for our sins. He's not going across. Man is going across. Because man not listen to the rules of Cyborg Jesus. Now we all got to pay. Appreciate you for listening. Like, subscribe, and share.